Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to today's Pick a Card. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides about your future spouse. We're going to do some predictions heading into 2026 and see what is coming your way. I have charms, I have initials. We're going to do some detailed energy around each of these readings, a connection. Take with you what connects to you, leave the rest for everyone else. I do have 3 choices today, so you can take your pick. Choice A is a bridge. I have a connection, possibly a reconciliation on this bridge. So it can go one of 2 ways with that reading. Group B, I have a letter. And I have communication and I have heartfelt expression. So somebody ready to communicate their feelings, possibly. And I have group C, which is a doorway, a new opportunity and welcoming love. So, and you can see that door is wide open. So take a moment, take a deep breath, meditate on the card that you feel most drawn to, and I will see you in your reading, and they will be time-stamped in the description below. If you picked Group A, this reading is for you. Today, we're asking our spirit guides about our future spouse. Who's coming our way? What's next in love? What are they like? Any evidence Spirit wants to share with me? Please use this reading to help you to manifest the love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. So Group A's card is the bridge. I love bridges for those of you that watch me. Connections. This feeling of crossing over, a crossing over point. Spirit's saying we're halfway there. So whether it's you're halfway there emotionally because you're prepared for this union, they are halfway there as well. There's almost this sense of meeting of the minds, meeting in the middle. So this sense of halfway there. So they're crossing over point energetically. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you need me to know? What is it that you have for us? I am listening for you now. I have a sun, joy, clarity, and a thriving connection. But I feel like it's either starting over, starting new. The sun will come out tomorrow. Or it is a feeling of brand new love, like a burst of energy with that sun as well. So I have this thriving connection. I love that. And I have a puzzle. Finding the one who completes you. There's something about this connection. I finally feel whole. I finally feel that the one person I have been searching for, I have finally found. There's a sense of uniqueness coming into me that no 2 puzzle pieces are the same. And there's a sense of uniqueness that I never really thought that I'd find somebody who actually fit because the puzzle piece was maybe very, had lots of moving pieces, parts to it, has lots of angles and what are these little nubs, right? So I never thought I'd find somebody who actually fit in with me or would be that perfect fit. I have an Ace of Cups. Beautiful. I have a Chariot. I have a 9 of Cups. And I have a 6 of Pentacles. So this came into me as almost like a love struck energy that I literally had feelings for this person. They have feelings for you right from the beginning. I feel like we can see in each other's eyes. I feel like we don't hold back, whether it's a kiss on the first date that actually feels intimate and connected. I feel like we both look at each other and are both on the same page, that there's no hesitation. This is a first date. It's almost like I had such fun tonight. I really, really want to see you again. I can't wait to spend more time with you. And I feel like there's no hesitation with moving this thing forward. I feel like I'm not holding back. I'm not afraid. The Six of Pentacles is coming into me as I want a partner that is my equal. I want somebody who, when I give to them, I will give you the shirt off my back, but I want to make sure that you are, you're giving to me. It can't be a one-way street. So you've got somebody who's very generous, is how it's coming into me right from the start. I have this kind of beautiful, loving generosity, and the only thing I'm asking for is that that there's, I get some in return, which is not a lot to ask of somebody. Spirit, please share with me. I have coffee dates. I want to meet you again. I feel like whether it's cocktails, coffee dates, lunch dates, I just feel like I keep, planning the next time I can see you. I have love letters, love text messages. This person is not going to be afraid to express their feelings. They could be very emotional. They could be somebody who is very self-confident emotionally. They want to be with somebody who appreciates their loving words, and they hear them back. There's a sense of, I want somebody to tell me they love me also. Impromptu photo shoots. A little bit of a where are you now energy just came in, and somebody takes a picture where they are and sends it over. Kind of playfulness, just enjoying each other, lots of communication. PDA, I'm not afraid to kiss you. I'm not afraid to be affectionate. I hold your hand in public. I'll kiss you in public if I feel like I want to kiss you. And I have on the bottom of my deck, I have fireworks, and I have, this is really sweet. It's something sweet. This person could be very kind, caring, loving. At the same time, we're both seeing fireworks. I do feel like it's mutual. It's not one-sided. I feel like that for the first time, maybe in a long time, I've met somebody that I'm actually excited about, and I want to see where this goes. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Queen of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Cups. I have a King of Pentacles. And I have a Ten of Pentacles. You guys are both probably professionals of some kind. And there's this feeling of, we're both doing great. It's like we're both financially secure. We probably both have decent jobs. We both are doing great. So I'm not worried about that. I'm waiting for somebody to, pick up the pieces of their life or put their pieces back together. I feel like when we look at each other's potential, financially or steadiness or stability, I think we both feel like both of us are in a good place with that. So that creates this feeling of, we can have this incredible abundance in the future. We can create the kind of life and lifestyle together that we want. We combined our resources, Spirit's saying, whether it's we still have separate bank accounts or we share a bank account at some point if we're married, something like that. But we have a lifestyle together, and that tells me that we'll be living together, and then even a commitment as a marriage. I love my Knight of Cups coming in, because this person is they're saying is a true heartbreaker. Also, like, this is the person who you feel could break your heart. Not that they're going to, but you could fall so deeply in love with this person that this is the person who could break your heart, and that could scare you. But I don't want you to be afraid of falling in love because you're afraid of a broken heart. I want you to know that you are going to fall in love with this person deeply, and this person's going to fall in love with you deeply. Bottom of the deck, I have a Magician. Thank you, Spirit. I have a Lover's card and I have an Ace of Pentacles. So there's the offer coming in, whether it's a wedding ring, whether it's a lifetime together. And then the Magician, this feeling of, I just see so much value in you. I see so many different things that I love about you. I can't imagine you not being in my life. So you do have somebody who truly is in love with you. We would be getting married for the right reasons. We would be, a good match, for lack of better terms. We'd be a good match as far as working together as a team or creating the kind of lifestyle that we want. Spirit, please start to share with me. I have beware being codependent. Addictive behaviors are affecting a romantic life. Now, one of you could be coming out of a situation where your last partner or even a last spouse had alcoholism issues or drug addiction issues. So that could be just something that you're really looking at. Does this person have any kind of codependencies that I would be getting stuck in again? So it could be just more of an evaluation to make sure we're not recreating the same kind of pattern. I have engagement. Your love life is soon ascending to a higher level of commitment. So we're going to go through all the stages. We'll fall in love. We'll get to know each other. We spend time together. They're showing me now family and friends, circles of family and friends, spending time together over even holidays. They're showing me now. And then this gorgeous kind of engagement and engagement party they're sharing, but a beautiful romantic engagement. And what's to follow will be a very formal wedding, they're saying. So for those of you that you want that, actions speak louder than words. If you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they are doing. I feel in this case, this person is a combination of both. This person is not afraid to share their affection. I feel like they probably also show their affection. They probably do things for you. They're there for you. They show up when they're supposed to show up. They're your true partner. They don't let you do things alone because they want you to feel protected. So there's a sense of their actions are also going to show you. So that feels gorgeous. I have difficulties. Jealousies from others may serve as an obstacle to this success of this connection. Little bit of a ties to the past for some of you. It could be somebody that maybe it's an ex that they share a child together that is jealous that they've fallen in love and are really happy. It could be somebody that just wishes that they were with them and, they're jealous. So maybe we cross that, but don't worry about it because this person is going to prove to you that they don't want to be with anybody else. And they're going to put a ring on your finger, Spirit just said. So that's all that's going to matter is that you're the one they put a ring on their finger. Let's get some initials. Now, some of you may be thinking of someone already. You just are looking for confirmation. So I have some initials, first initials, last initials. Let's see if, you get your person. If not, they're just clues. Keep that in mind. And let's get these organized. I have the letter F. I have a T. I have the letter N, I have a J. The letter G, I have an I. I have an M, an E, an A, a K. The letter D, I have another K, and I have a letter B. So for some of you, those could be connecting to you, and otherwise just keep them in mind for the future heading into 2026. Spirit, what sign may they be? What sign do you have for us today? I could have a Pisces energy, sun, moon, rising. I could have a Virgo. This could be you. This could be them. I could have a Gemini today. I could have an Aries today. Let's get one more. I could have a Cancer, nurturing, comfort. So you can feel some of those signs coming through in the energy already. Spirit, please share with me. Tell me about this romance. I have voids. Avoid rushing to fill voids with love. Seek inner fulfillment first. You're not going to put yourself in that codependent situation. For those of you that struggled with something like that, you're not going to create another cycle of something you've already been in. So you're not going to rush into something, is what they're saying. So whoever this is, it's got to be the right one. And that's the most important part. Anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life because it's coming. Just this sense of it's on its way on this beautiful path. Like I can feel it. I know it. I know that I'm going to find my spouse. I know I'm going to fall in love. I know I'm going to have this big, beautiful life with them. So just anticipate it. Just this kind of inner knowing within you. I have an apology. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. Now, that is coming into me as if I make a mistake, I'm not afraid to say I'm sorry. If there's something I did that upset you, I'm not afraid to say I'm sorry. So you've got somebody who's very mature in that respect. I feel like that's somebody who is able to express themselves. And we talk it through. That's okay. That's what you want for a partner. Nothing is going to be perfect. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Leo energy. I have a Scorpio energy. You complete me. There's that missing puzzle piece again. So there's definitely this feeling of now that I found you, I didn't even realize what I was missing until you were here. So I do feel that. I have city life. We could live in the city. We could love to go to the city, vacation in the city. I love kind of walking around a city. I like the kind of excitement of things going on there. I'm into hoary, spooky things. Maybe I like scary movies. I loved Halloween that just passed. So I'm into spooky things. I have a military background, maybe someone in my family or myself, even a service uniform, this feeling of connection, they're saying. So that could be it could be once removed, like my brother, my father, or something, my sister. I have a carnival, but that's coming into me as I want to be with somebody that we do have fun. We go places, we do things. Doesn't mean that we have to be out and about all the time, but over our lifetime, we're going to do a lot of different things. And I want that partner to be out there to play with, so to speak. I want to go to the country fair. I want to go to, I don't know, shows in the city, whatever it is. I have a ladybug. Look for a ladybug. I feel like that's just a sign. Maybe I have a ladybug tattoo, or maybe I have something in my home that's a ladybug where I just start to see ladybugs everywhere. There's a sense of nightlife, like, let me take you out. Let me buy you a drink. Maybe it's a dance club. Maybe it's a dance bar. But I don't mind a night out every once in a while. It's not somebody who wants to just sit home and do nothing. So you've got somebody who's pretty active. I would say that. Let's get some charms. I've got somebody who likes to do things. Not all the time. It doesn't mean we have to be out every night of the week, but I don't want to be home every night of the week either. So it's a little bit of I want to have a good time. So here are my charms. So let's see. These have little itty bitty charms. So let's grab a scoop and see what they're saying. Okay. So I have a black cat. Somebody could have a cat for sure. It could be a black cat, little beautiful kitten. Okay. So we could have cats. I love cats. I have I love you. This is like I'm sending you heart emojis on the phone all the time. Like I end every sentence, you know, or every text message with a heart. I have a beautiful butterfly. I can see you. I can see you becoming this divine feminine. This is like a divine feminine energy coming out at me. So it's like I can see the best of your divine feminine energy coming out with that beautiful pink butterfly. I have a number. I have a letter P. Let me get my little tweezers because these ones are so little. Okay. So I've got the letter P. And I think this is a Q. I have a Q. So we have some other letters. Let me see if I have any other letters. Yep, I do. I have lots of letters. Okay, let's get the letters. I have an L. I have a W. Okay, so different letters than what we had. And I have an S. Okay, so maybe those picked up on something that, you know, you had. All right, so I have like Saturn, a little bit of out of this world, right? Like this is out of this world. This is, you know, crazy. You're unique with the snowflake. I see you as unique, special. I've never met anybody like you. I love that. I have a peace. This looks like a peace sign. I'm going to say also a sense of balance. I'm going to say that there's something about like you balance me. I feel peaceful. I feel safe. I feel comfortable with you. All of those kind of feelings. I have a little sheep, but it's coming into me as sleeping. Sleep. It's like a little sheep. Looks like a little cloud, I guess. But it came into me as sleeping. So this person could sleep like a baby. Like this person could sleep anywhere, like just knock themselves out. They could sleep in a chair. They can fall asleep in 2 seconds. I do have a rocking horse, so that feels, and it's pink, and I have a little pink lollipop. I'm going to put this for those of you that would like to be married and still would like to have children. It's a little girl. Okay, so we may start our family with a little girl. I have it's a miniature bunny. Okay, so little bunny. I'm going to put that with the little girl. I just feel like it's part of that. I have a heart, a little heart. I have strawberries. I'm going to say I love fruit, but I like things like blueberries, strawberries. I like berries, raspberries, things like that. So that could be their go-to. Looks could be their favorites. And then I have a pink flamingo. So I'm going to put that over here with the kind of girly things. And then I have a beautiful diamond. I have a beautiful diamond front and center. So there's going to be this kind of big, gorgeous diamond and part of the engagement party. And they're saying very formal. There's a sense of formality to this, that I want to do it right. So if we were to get married, it would be a very traditional family wedding. It would invite everybody, all of those types of feelings. So I do have I'm going to do some cards with some dates, but we're heading into 2026. So we were just going to kind of use it as a prediction heading into next year. Spirit, please share with me any dates that are important. Let's see what we have. I have morning. Okay. This person sleeps like a baby. But there's a part of me that says they're a morning person. They get up early, have a cup of coffee, and they're like out. So they're a morning person. In less than a month. How beautiful. I could be meeting this person. I could meet this person before the end of the year and heading into next year. Now, some of you are at the age where you meet the right person and you still want to have your family and you decide that, you know what, I want to live with you and I don't want to wait any longer. And you could go from not having somebody in a year to being with them, married, and expecting, so a lot can happen in a year. Keep that in mind. I have July blooming, gorgeous. And I have October being important. They're sharing with me, of course, the bottom of the deck. I have divine timing is at play, but I feel really positive with this kind of sparkly Christmas lights in the background and this feeling of the holidays. So we could be approaching, meeting somebody over the holidays and kind of getting this thing started into even before 2026. So that feels really, really nice. Let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group B, the letter, this reading is for you. So this is a heartfelt letter, communication. Somebody is expressing their feelings. Could be a card, could be a note, could be a text. So somehow they're communicating with you through something written, and they want to let you know how they're feeling. So this person is going to not be afraid to put their feelings down in words. That feels nice. Spirit, please share with me any loving messages. What is it that you have for us? I am listening for you now. I have feathers, lightness, divine messages sent from above. So you've got somebody in the spirit world who is trying to help you find your person, whether it's somebody very close to you, a parent, a sibling, grandmother, grandfather. So they're trying to help you. Look for those white feathers as a sign. But I just keep finding these feathers, so my person is near. And I have a crown, honoring each other's worth and respect. This person puts you a little bit on a pedestal, and you put them on a pedestal. There's tremendous a tremendous sense of worth, almost this feeling of, if you're a queen and you're looking for a king, and then that king is looking for a queen, and I want somebody in the same league as me. I want somebody who appreciates me, they're saying. So I feel like that is something that it has to be mutual for both of you. Respect is big for this connection. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 3 of Wands. I have a World. I have a Judgment. And I have a Hermit. This is coming into me almost a fear of making the wrong choice. Okay, that I'm going to choose the wrong one, or I keep choosing the wrong one. I can tell you right now that if it's the person you're meant to be with, who you're going to marry, who is your future spouse, you have more judgment in you that's positive than okay? You are going to go from being alone to being in this happy, healthy relationship. And the only thing that you're going to be looking ahead at is, it's a whole new path for you. And it's the beginning of the rest of your life, they're saying. So whoever this is, they're bringing to you this sense of, I know I'm supposed to be with this person, or I can't imagine my life without this person. And this person feels the same way. And that's why you guys decide that you want to be together forever. So I'm not going to hesitate with, am I making the wrong choice? I'm going to say, I'm more excited about all that's ahead of us, or all our possibilities, all the opportunities that we have that we can do together. I have a Page of Swords. I have a King of Swords. I have an Ace of Wands. And I have a Knight of Cups. The Page of Swords came into me as, tell me everything. I want to learn everything about you. This person's going to be very curious, very intrigued, will ask you tons of questions. And then when the King came in, it was, until I feel like I really know you. It was beautiful. It was like a transition of, us getting to know each other until you believe that this king knows you better than anyone, and that you have so-called educated this king about you. You've taught them about your past and your feelings and what makes you tick, and vice versa. You've learned everything about this king, and Spirit's saying there's no holding back for this king. So this king isn't somebody who holds back their feelings. They're not going to, they say they don't mix words, okay? So if they have something to say, they're just going to say it. They're not going to, walk around it or push something under the rug because they're afraid of a situation. This is somebody pretty mature and pretty confident. I love the Ace of Wands because it really felt like, look at how just they're holding this branch. It was almost like I've got my arms around something, and I finally have my arms around something that I've wanted, I've wished for, I have hoped for. And that's how an ace should be. It should feel like a gift. It should feel like this is somebody who has come into your life because they're perfect for you and you're perfect for them. So that felt gorgeous. And then I have this Knight of Cups, of course, a knight. We want the knight. This is going to be the most romantic connection of your lifetime. And that may be, when you look at each other, there's a sense of, even when I just look at you, my eyes well up because I'm so in love with you and I'm so passionate for you. And I just can't believe this is happening. Wait until you walk down that aisle and you look at each other and your eyes meet and you realize we're getting married and we have our whole life together. And we are going to say these vows and be committed to each other in God's eyes and our family and society. So it just feels beautiful. It does feel like a love of a lifetime. So I'm going to say part of you may be walking around thinking, I'm living a fairy tale right now, and I want you to feel that way. Spirit, please share with me. I have lunch dates. That feels like the first date. It feels like the first time we meet. Could be something pretty casual. Let's go out to lunch. Let's have brunch. Something pretty easy, cup of coffee. I don't feel like it was any big deal, but it was nice and it was comfortable and we talked and I felt very comfortable talking to this person. I felt like I could talk to this person forever. So I feel like that's where the clicking came in, the conversation. So somebody you can really talk to. Little bit of a surprise here, unplanned quickies. This person and you could be kind of hot, it's exciting. And I'm going to, sneak in a quickie in the middle of the day just because I want to, I want to be with you. At the same time, they're gentlemen. Okay. They have respect for you. They are, treating you right. They're doing all the right things, saying all the right things. They respect you as a future spouse. They respect you as the person that is most important in their life. So I do feel like you will feel that way. They're a good listener. I would definitely be in agreement with that this person you feel like you can talk to about anything. There's in-depth conversations, there's heart-to-hearts, there's laughter, there's endless hours of pillow talk, Spirit just said. So you've got somebody who really truly is going to become your best friend that you can talk to. We like to do things that are pretty simple. They're saying that, whether it's a bike ride, going for a walk, going out for breakfast, I don't feel like it takes a lot for us to be entertained. I feel like we can make dinner at home. We can have a barbecue. We can sit in the yard. So I don't feel like it takes a lot for us to be happy together. We tend to be more, we tend to like to do things that gives us a little bit of exercise. Doesn't have to be like power workouts, but if we can do something during the day that we feel like we moved our bodies, we feel like we were out and about, And then that makes us feel better too. We like our nights at home, Spirit is saying. We like to cuddle on the couch. We like to hang in when it's raining. We like to be cozy in bed on snowy mornings. So there's a sense of we like our space, our quiet time, our nest. So we're a little bit homebodies, both of us, but we like that about each other, and we enjoy that. We make nice meals at home, or we order out, and we watch Netflix, and we're happy. Like we like our quiet time as well. Bubble baths, we try new things. We're just having fun. Again, there's a lot of things that we do that don't cost a lot of money. There's this feeling of just, it doesn't cost a lot of money to make either one of us happy. It doesn't have anything to do with that we don't have money. It feels like maybe we have money, but it doesn't matter. We just want to be together and to be with each other. Going for a walk doesn't cost any money. Sitting on a Sunday afternoon and watching a football game doesn't cost any money. So, it's a feeling of togetherness, no matter what. We like to do it yourself projects. I can see that. If we can do it ourselves, and we don't have to hire somebody, and we could save the money, and put that money towards something else that we would like to do, then I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that is something that we would absolutely do as a team. So for those of you that would like to buy a house and maybe redecorate it and do some of the work yourself, this person would be all in. This person would be, yep, I can do some of those things. Some of those things I can't do, but some of those things I can do. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have an Ace of Cups. I have a Fool, somebody new. It's not somebody you know. I have a Seven of Cups. I feel like you can choose whoever you want to be with. I think that there's a lot of people that would want to be with you. I feel like this person is persistent. There's a sense of they could see that they could fall in love with you very easily. And I do feel like they are the one that doesn't drop the ball. They're the one that shows up when they're supposed to show up. They're the one that calls when they say they're going to call. I just feel like there's a stability, consistency, and that's probably what you're looking for, especially in a spouse. Like they just never really drop the ball. They never leave you high and dry. They never leave you hanging. If they're running late, they let you know out of respect they're running late. So that is the type of person that you see yourself with for the long run, because they take care of the energy of it's important to communicate, and I'm going to treat you right, because you could be with anybody, but I want you to be with me. I could see that I could fall deeply in love with you. So if even right from the beginning with that Ace, I have an Eight of Pentacles. I have a Five of Cups. I have an Ace of Swords. And I have a Queen of Wands. Now, all of these cards came into me as somebody who believes in the work that you do. And even if you're not happy with the work, they will never tell you not to do it. Okay. Even if you are disappointed in something that you're doing, or you're not where you want to be, if anything, I feel like they're going to encourage you, and they believe in you, and they think that you're powerful, that you can achieve whatever it is that you want. So they would be, your biggest cheerleader, or they would encourage you to pursue your dreams. They would say, you know what, I don't care what you do as long as you're happy. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to do for a job. I'm not going to tell you what you should do for work. Do what you want to do to make you happy. So this isn't somebody who's ever going to try to control you or tell you what to do. They're going to support you. They're going to be encourage you. Spirit, please share with me some feelings. I have boundaries. You need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you won't allow. I feel like this person respects your boundaries. I do. I feel like they don't take advantage of your time. They tell you if they're running late. I feel like they show up when they say they're going to show up. So I do feel like they do respect those boundaries. Pay attention to the signs. The synchronicities you have been noticing are not coincidences. All of a sudden, you start to see your person's name everywhere. You see their last name or their first name on a billboard. All of a sudden, maybe it's even just spelt a little bit different, something like that. You see the car that they drive everywhere you go. You see a song that you heard with them every time you get in the car. So all of those are not coincidences. Those are Spirit's way of saying, this is your person. This is who we want you to be with. And I have reaching your goal. Everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. I feel like it's allowing the connection to unfold. It was going through the steps of the relationship. It was we're dating and we're falling in love. And then maybe we decide that we're going to live together. Maybe then we decide that we will talk about an engagement. We get engaged, we plan a wedding, so it was definitely a feeling of you're going to get to everything that you want with this person. You just have to let it unfold. You just have to let it go through the process and enjoy all the steps. Let's see what sign they may be. Spirit, please share with me what sign. I have a Capricorn, okay? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, a Leo. I have a Pisces. This could be you, could be them. I have a Libra. Spirit, please share with me what else you need me to know about this connection. Let's see. What is it that you need me to understand? Dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold all the answers. This is the person that you've been waiting for. Like I said earlier, it feels a little bit like a fairy tale. It feels that you're exactly what I had always hoped. You might be even better. I always hoped I'd meet somebody, but I love you for even more reasons, and I'm just going to marry the person I truly am in love with. Okay. Like you're going to be so excited to marry this person. I have unseen. Love can be blind, and sure, you're not overlooking the red flags. I think that you're smart enough to understand, when it's real and when it's not. Okay. There's nothing about this person that is fake. There's nothing about this person. They were an open book when we got to know each other. We talk all night long about everything. They're your best friend and deepest confidant. So it's just a feeling of, no, I would have seen the red flags way before now. So if there's red flags, then it's not this person. I have a star. Your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you. And that could be something that they say to you. You're just so hopeful. You're just so happy. You're so positive. You just bring happiness to other people. I love your energy. I love your attitude. So they could be saying those things to you, and because they're picking up on that. They're picking up that you see a future, that you're excited about a future. Let's get some initials. Let's see what initials. Now, some of you may be manifesting and some of you may be looking to confirm. So maybe we'll get your initials, your person's initials. Otherwise, they're just a handful of clues. Let's see what we have. I have the letter Y, an A, I have a K, I have an R, I have a J, I have a V, a G, an S, the letter B, I have an R, I have a J, and I have the letter Z. Okay, so some of you definitely that could be connecting to today, picking up on some of the letters, first initial, something like that. But don't worry about it if it didn't. Spirit, please share with me any Any messages, anything about this connection? Signs to look for, clues, evidence. I have a gamer, okay? Maybe they have that as a hobby. They've been doing it for years. It was part of their upbringing. Maybe it's something you do together. I work at home. I always see this card as I work at home. So somebody who has a home office or takes their laptop everywhere. Maybe they can take their laptop to your house and work while they're there. I have very spiritual. I feel like this is a spiritual connection. I feel like you were put in my life for a reason. We both say the same thing. Like, this is just too good, too good. It has to be a spiritual connection. I have a military. It's of service to others. Somebody may be connected to the military. I have summertime being important to this connection. June, July, August, birthday months. I have, this person has a great sense of humor. This person makes me laugh. We laugh together all the time. You know, it doesn't matter what we're doing. We have such a good time together. We like to go out. I do feel like this person doesn't require a lot of entertainment. We will go out occasionally with some friends and groups of people. I don't feel like it's something that we do all the time. Doesn't mean we won't do it, but I do feel like we prefer our quiet time alone. I feel like you're very sexy to me. So they're very, very attracted to you. They're attracted to you, not just your body, not just your looks, but your mind. I think your mind is sexy. That's nice. Your confidence. Let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying today. So I've got this beautiful bowl of charms. And let me get a scoop, see what my little charms are telling me. Let's see if I have any letters. There's little letters in this bowl. There's the letter L. Is that the only letter? What's this guy? This is a G. Okay, so I have an L and a G. Whoops. They're just really tiny. Okay. I have the number 2. 2 hearts are better than 1 is how it came into me. So 2 of cups, something like that. I have, you've captured me with this key. I'm also feeling a new home, buying a home together, getting an apartment together, moving in together. I feel like we move in together maybe sooner than we probably either one of us would ever have thought. It doesn't take long for us to decide that we want to be together all the time. And then we never go back. I feel like we just stay together. I have a beautiful flamingo. I feel like I like hot weather. I'm going to say it that way. I do have a leaf. I'm going to go with the fall because I'm just going to say maybe this season, maybe the leaves are still falling when I meet this person. You could be meeting this person now or have just met this person. I have an owl. This person's very smart. You see them as very smart. You see the wisdom in them. You appreciate their knowledge. I have a king and a queen energy. So we both are the same kind of quality or high value person. We're looking for the same level of person. I have some moons. I have a little bit of a, I'm over the moon for you. And they say the same thing. I have these 2 crescent moons. This looks like a disco ball to me. And I'm not sure if it's a disco ball or a Halloween, not a Christmas ornament, but it came in as a disco ball. It could be generational, like I just happen to like disco music, but I like dancing. I do like dance clubs, so it could be just something I like. It could also be a Christmas ornament. It could be Spirit's way of saying we'll be decorating a tree together. I have I'm going to do the ornament and this, it's not quite a Christmas tree, but it kind of looks like a Christmas tree to me. I can also say it looks like a piece of pizza. So it could be I like pizza. Pizza's my favorite food. And then I have a little rabbit from Alice in Wonderland with, I always see that rabbit as the messenger. They're always running with that message from the queen. So here are my charms. Okay, so those may connect to you in some way and maybe little clues. All right. Let's see when this connection is coming towards you. We're predicting for 2026, but maybe, like I said, maybe it's coming in this fall. So maybe you've already met this person. Spirit, please share with me. I have divine timing, of course. I like how the plates are set in this because it feels like a formal setting. So it could be like a Thanksgiving, could be a Christmas dinner with those little white lights. So a little bit of that coming in. It's rushing in. This person could also have a dog. The dog could be very important to them. That could be a big clue. I have September, could be a birthday month. 9 weeks, 9 days. I have December, and bottom of my deck for this reading is tomorrow. So that's always a feeling of any day now, right? So we'll put this out into the universe. I love the energy of this couple. I think that it would be a lifetime of love. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group C, the doorway, this reading is for you. So it says new opportunities and welcoming love. And you can see the door is opening. So it's always this feeling of, I am so ready to allow this love to come in. I'm ready to receive it. I also like the door in the respect of possibly a new home, walking into somebody else's home for the first time and, kind of seeing what their home looks like. So it could be that as well. Spirit, please share with me. Future spouse. What is it that you have for us for 2026? Who's coming in? I have a willow. Resilience in love and bending, but not breaking. Somebody who is willing to make it work. Okay, somebody who knows that relationships take effort, that I've got to give and take, and somebody who isn't going to break down and run as soon as something gets a little bit difficult. So that tells me that this person is probably rooted with that tree, like pretty grounded and pretty strong roots. I have a cat, independence, mystery, and boundaries. First of all, they may own a cat. You may own a cat. I don't want to give up my independence while I'm in a relationship. This person could have, I like to do certain things. I like my schedule. I like my routine. I could be a little bit older. So I don't want to have everything in my life change, but I want somebody in it. I think everybody feels that way. I mean, nobody wants to be told what to do or who to see, or you can't have these friends or those friends. So yeah, you can be independent. You could have your life, their life, and our life together. Absolutely. Even within a marriage. Thank you, Spirit, for the 3 of Wands that just flipped out. Let's see what we have. I have an 8 of Wands. I have a Devil. I have a 9 of Pentacles. I had an incredible shift of energy that you weren't expecting. And then when the Devil came in, it was like Spirit removed somebody from your life in order to bring you who you're supposed to be with. So you might not have seen it at the time, but you're going to be in this healthy, happy future relationship with this 3 of Wands as well. That says I'm much more secure now than I ever was. And it was a blessing. Spirit was protecting me from this Devil. Spirit, it's almost like your life turned upside down. And at the time you didn't understand it. Why did this happen to me? Or why would Spirit do this to me? They're doing it for this very reason, that they want to bring in this spouse and they want you to have this beautiful security and stability and this groundedness with that willow tree, a King of Pentacles. Whoever this spouse is, they are much more financially secure. They are available to be there for you as a spouse. I mean, I think a spouse it's a partnership financially as well as emotionally. So this person brings to the table some financial stability that maybe this devil did not. I have a Lover's card. It's also a soul connection. Gorgeous. This is a soul contract just waiting to happen, and this devil had to be removed. Otherwise, the soul contract couldn't be fulfilled. I have a Five of Pentacles. And I have a Chariot. I always see going through life together with the Five of Pentacles as sometimes I see and read the Five of Pentacles as marriage vows, as in sickness and in health, until death do us part. We will get through anything, financial difficulties, sicknesses, family issues. We will get through anything as long as we do it together and we keep focusing on our own futures and moving forward. So I feel like you both are in it for the long run, no matter what life gives us. And I feel like as long as we love each other, we're going to be okay. And this person has a lot of love to give. They've been single for a little while, it feels. And I don't feel like they are like an active dater, if that makes sense. Like they don't date a lot of different people. Maybe they've had a handful of relationships, but they're not a serial dater. They've been waiting for the right one. They've been waiting for, it's almost the person who says, I'll know it when I see it. Otherwise, I'm not really interested. So this person is a hopeless romantic, is how I feel. I feel like but it has to be with the right person. They wouldn't do it for somebody that they wouldn't really want to. But they find themselves being a hopeless romantic maybe for the first time in their life. I never used to do these things for anybody else, trust me. So they find themselves buying flowers or stopping and buying a little something that maybe you said you needed, and they stop at the store and they get it, or they know how you like your coffee and they stop and get you your coffee and then bring it over to you. So it's a little bit of a putting in the extra effort on the romance energy, where I don't know if they necessarily did it for anybody else. So that might surprise them. They never saw themselves that way. Kissing in the rain, like that's romantic, I don't care that we're wet. I don't care. It feels amazing just to be with you. So I have sunset kisses. I'll kiss you anywhere, it looks like, just it's like creating these moments, isn't it? It's like looking for moments that you don't make it, you don't have to create it. It just happens. It's like moments that just happen. You don't know it's going to rain. You don't know, you're not going to sit there and wait for the sunset. I mean, all of a sudden the sunset comes down. Working out together. That's nice. That feels like a team. I'm going to motivate you. For those of you that want a partner in life that says, hey, come on, let's go to the gym. Hey, come on, let's go for a walk. Let's eat healthier together. Let's order a meal, but split it, So somebody who wants to take care of themselves and take care of you at the same time, and kind of wants a partner in crime to help each other be healthy. Definitely hold my hand. Definitely a feeling of affection, holding hands across a parking lot, holding hands in the car, when we go out to dinner. This kind of, I want to say constant touching, but that sounds like inappropriate. But yeah, I mean, a little bit of caressing, a hug, a little kiss, rubbing your arm, grabbing your hand, just a show of affection. That's all. I have sending you a music playlist, maybe sending you something on your phone. Here, I put together a song list for you, something like that. Taking road trips. I think we like to explore is how it came into me, that we may be more open to, let's just get in the car and go. Like, what direction do you want to go? North, south, east, and west? What do you want to do today? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. And we just kind of, maybe we stop for, cups of coffee. Maybe we stop for lunch, but maybe it doesn't really matter where we go. We stop along the way at a shop. Hey, let's pull in there. We stop along the way to walk around somewhere. But it's kind of like unplanned spontaneity, feels like exploring the town together. Maybe we do bike rides. Maybe we go for walks. But I think the road trips is probably a bigger one for me in this reading. I like spa days. I like to take some time off. I like to treat myself. I feel like I'm on a cruise and I booked a spa. I booked a massage. So I felt like I was actually away on vacation, like a cruise or, a weekend getaway. So I do feel like possibly we do road trips, not too far away, weekend trips, where maybe we do treat ourselves and we do like a couples massage or something that we wouldn't normally do, and just kind of enjoy ourselves. Feels nice. Spirit, please share with me. What will my spouse and I be like? What is the energy around this connection? I have a 2 of Cups. I have a Chariot. I have a 4 of Swords, and I have a 10 of Swords. I feel like something was taken away from you at a different time. And at the time, it took a long time to get over this person. And maybe it was somebody that you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with. Maybe it was somebody else that you were engaged to or you were even married to. And this would be a second marriage. But I feel like it took a long time to do some healing from that. But at the same time, I feel like this moving ahead energy is the best thing that I could do for myself, because there's a part of me that's kind of out and about again, socializing, dating, meeting new people, until I meet somebody that I feel lucky that I met you. This person looks at you and says, I think you're the one. You can tell by the way they're looking at you. You can tell by the way that they're interested in you. And I also feel like they don't hold back with this Chariot, that there's a part of them that it takes a long time to find somebody. So I feel like they are kind of full steam ahead with this Chariot. I do not feel like they're going to be holding back. I have a Page of Cups. I'm going to say from the moment that we meet each other, whether you say it's, I want to use the word giddy, butterflies, maybe something like that. I'm going to say crush, something like that. But I have feelings. I kind of was attracted to you. I felt like a little kid. I felt like things were growing. I couldn't stop thinking about you. I get excited when my phone rings and I think that it's you, or I got a text message that just came in and I can't wait to read it. Like a crazy person, I'm running to my phone and, opening up my text messages. I have a 7 of Pentacles. I have a High Priestess. And I have a 5 of Swords. This is coming into me as I have to overcome my own fears. I'm fighting myself with not giving in, and I don't know, trying to not make somebody prove themselves to me, just trying to be there and be in the relationship and be present and give somebody a chance because they're a human being, not to judge them before they've done anything wrong. So I feel like I'm battling myself more than anything. I'm really, really working on trusting. I'm going to say it that way. Every day I'm working on relying on my intuition, being closer to spirit, meditating, letting go. So I do feel like that is going to help me in this connection. I do feel like that's going to help me see it more clearly, appreciate it more, and see the person who's been put in front of me for their best qualities, and not examine like every little thing that is wrong with them, and just try to look at the big picture that, I really enjoy being with this person. This person's really kind to me. This person's there for me, things like that. So I guess you're working on yourself as this relationship is unfolding, because you want something that's going to work this time and you want to be happy. This is how I feel. Pay attention to the signs. The synchronicities you have been noticing are not coincidences. You are seeing things. You may be seeing butterflies and rainbows and 1111. You could be seeing their name everywhere. You could be seeing hearts. Every time you turn around, you see hearts. Cupid's arrows. I mean, all kinds of crazy things. All kinds of wedding things they're showing me. You see wedding brides. You see pictures of wedding gowns and wedding rings and diamond rings. So those are not coincidences. It could be Spirit's way of saying, hey, those are things that are coming into your life as well. Open yourself to others. This is how you will recreate new friendships and attract a loving relationship. So be open. I don't want to fight myself. I don't want somebody to have to jump through hoops to prove to me, because that person's not going to want to be with me. I need to be open to receive. I need to be excited about somebody that wants to spend time with me and enjoy the time that we have together and go from there. So I guess it's a change of attitude for you. I am opening your eyes. If someone shows you who they are, believe them in the first place. I think that can go both ways. I think that could go, if this person isn't meant to be in your life and you immediately see in them a controlling energy, narcissistic energy, you see a negativity in them, absolutely take a look at that. Keep, if your body and mind is saying, you know what, I can't deal with this kind of energy. But on the opposite, if you're opening your eyes to being what's put in front of you, and your eyes are seeing the kindness or caring or respect or politeness, or they're interesting, something like that, I would definitely, look at it from both sides. Like, what's the positive about the person in front of me? Let's see what sign they could be. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. I have a Libra energy, Scorpio, Sagittarius. I have a Taurus, and I have a Virgo. Okay, so you could be one of those signs. They could be one of those signs. Spirit, what else do you want us to know about this connection? Let's see, the doorway, boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. This bed feels like it's important. Like, I'm not going to sleep with you on the first date. Just because we've gone on 2 dates doesn't entitle you to sleeping together. So there's something going on there with the bedroom and the boundaries. So whatever it is that your boundaries, okay, you're in control of, being intimate or not being intimate and when. So you can make that choice. I have a friendship. This connection is based on friendship. It may never develop into a romance. I'm not feeling that. I feel like this is somebody that it's truly a romance, and it truly leads to a spouse. But I also feel like you are realizing that this person is becoming my best friend, that I'm closer to this person than I've ever been to any other person. And I feel like that is the person you do want to marry, the person who's your best friend. The person that no matter what we do, we love our time together. We don't fight. We connect. We have a good time. We're there for each other, whatever it is. I have a wedding. Look at this. Taking your relationship to the next level, one step at a time. going through all the stages and enjoying every stage. Like, I don't want to wish it away. I don't want to make it happen any faster. I want to enjoy the falling in love stage. I want to enjoy the getting to know you and your family stage. I want to get to know what it's like to live with you. You know, like, I want to go through all of those stages with you. And I have anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life, because it's coming. That you are on the right road. Okay, I love this card. You are on the right road. And there's going to be a day that that person is coming on that path in the opposite direction, and your paths finally cross. Let's get some initials. Let's see. Now, some of you are trying to manifest. Some of you are just getting, a confirmation on somebody. So you might get their first initials, last initials. Let's get a handful of these and see what they want you to know. Okay. So I have the letter O. I have an X. J, O, R, T. Another R, K, J, A, G. I have a P, N, an A, and a C. Okay, so some of you that may connect. All right, first initials, last initials. Don't worry if you didn't see your person. That's okay. They're just clues. And let's get some other clues. Spirit, what else about this connection is it that you want us to know today? I have a barber. Okay, hairstylist, barber. How about I have to get my hair cut really often because I have thick hair. I have hair that grows super fast, so maybe I have to go every 2 weeks. That could be a clue that I'm constantly needing a haircut. Somebody who is a bookworm that loves to read, loves libraries, reads on their phone, reads on a Kindle, whatever type of, that could be you, that could be them, but they could be an avid reader. They love to read. They read on their computer all the time. Doesn't necessarily have to be novels. It can be, I'm constantly reading news. I'm constantly reading things that are important to my industry at work, because I'm looking to learn and keep up on things. So just an avid reader. I want to take you away. I love this. I want to live somewhere warm. Feels like I want a second home. I want a second home, and I want to be a snowbird. So it could be somebody who, that's what I want for my future. Let's plan for that. I want to be able to go back and forth. I have summer. Yeah, this person likes the hot weather. They could like the beaches. They could like to travel to places that are hot. If they have a choice, they would prefer to go to islands or cruises or Hawaii, the Caribbean. So they would like to do things like that. I have divine connection. I can feel it. You were sent to me from heaven. You were heavenly sent. I definitely feel that connection. So a spiritual connection. I have a chef. Somebody could be a chef, but I could also have a foodie. I could have somebody who they're saying likes high quality food. Okay, so this isn't somebody who's going to be eating takeout. If it is takeout, it's probably a better takeout. And somebody who likes higher quality food. So they may be particular about their food selection, Spirit's saying. I look for a ladybug. That just feels like a clue. I keep seeing signs, synchronicities. So there's a ladybug. I have autumn. Look for the hearts. Look also kind of for hearts in nature. You see a heart in the cloud. You see a heart and a stone when you're walking on the street and it looks like a heart. You're walking on the beach and you see a seashell and it looks like a heart. So all of a sudden you start to see hearts in nature more than you ever have. And I feel like you're very sexy. So they're very attracted to you. That's always a big question. People say, am I going to be attracted to them? Because I don't want to be with them if I'm not attracted. Of course, you're going to be attracted to them. They're going to be your spouse. I mean, you better be attracted to them. You got to look at them every day. Okay, so here is my charms. Let's get a nice scoop. Let's see. I'm going to go over here. Let's see what we've got. Okay. I'm going to go with the die first. The dice. I have four hearts, but it came into me as a family of four. Now, whether you have two children, somebody has two children already, or we have two children together, but it did come into me as a family of four in the future. So that could be important to somebody. Let me get my little tweezers for the letters because they're tiny. So this looks like a W. This looks like the letter W. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, yep, the letter W. Okay, so another letter. Let me see if I have any other letters. Okay, no other letters. Okay, so I have a couple of butterflies. So I'm going to put the butterflies together. One's a black and white butterfly, kind of a masculine energy, and one's a red butterfly. So it feels like we're both transforming. It feels like somebody who says to you, you've changed me. I'm a better person because of you. I want to be a better person because of you. Something along those lines. I like the big pink flower. There's a part of me that says I'm a girly girl, okay? A divine feminine energy who likes to wear pink. I have pink nails. I have a pink shirt on today, pink lipstick. So a little bit of a girly girl energy coming in there for me, for someone. I have a cologne. Oh, I have a perfume. So perfume, makeup, nails. I'm going to go with that. I'm in the color pink. Maybe it's somebody who loves the color pink. I have a violin. That saying that's like, a mini violin, like you're crying, a mini violin. I feel like this person isn't going to tolerate whining, if that makes sense. Okay. Like, don't tell me all your problems. If you need help fixing a problem, great, but don't just complain and do nothing about it. So this person is going to want you to take action, or to be with somebody that takes action and doesn't just whine about stuff. So I think that's important. They do see you as strong, as this queen. So obviously you probably can handle things on your own. I have a crescent moon. So that's kind of like the universe at work to me there. I have an umbrella, but it came into me on a rainy day. So you could meet this person, maybe the first time that you meet them, it's pouring cats and dogs outside. And that's something you remember about your first date. It was like, oh my God, I'm all dressed up. I'm ready to go on my date. I got to run across the parking lot. It's raining cats and dogs. And I'll never forget that. So maybe something's going on with that. I do have a little girl charm. So I'm going to put the little girl up here with the family of four. Maybe somebody has children already. And then I have strawberries. I'm just going to use the word sweet. Okay. And maybe it's a nickname like sweetheart, sweetie, something like that we're called. So I'm just going to use those as some charms today. So I like that. Okay. And let's ask Gwen. Now, this is a prediction for 2026. So anytime in 2026, we could be falling in love, maybe getting engaged, and even some of you maybe walking down the aisle. Let's see what else they have for timeline. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need us to know? I have December. Okay, you can meet this person in December, maybe, and then heading into next year. I have June being important. I have April. So there's some spring months coming in with flowers blooming. I have in a few weeks. That's nice. Let's get one more. Let's do bottom of the deck. At a special date. Maybe you're invited somewhere. Maybe you meet this person at a party or somewhere that you weren't expecting to meet anybody, a wedding, some kind of invitation to something. So keep your eyes open for a special date that you happen to meet this person. So let's put this out into the universe. The energy feels absolutely gorgeous. And let's ask Spirit to bring this to you now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Also, for those of you that are new to this channel, I have two other channels. I have a main channel and I have a twin flame channel. And you can take a ride over there and check those out. And those links are in the description below. Thank you for being here. We'll see you again in another pick of cards real soon.